Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lost in Prose, where we talk about all things bookish. And in today's video, we will be talking about books that left me disappointed. Now, I totally respect if any of these books are the books that you liked, but these are just my personal views and opinions on these books. You may differ in opinion, and I totally respect that. And that's what I love about reading, that it's the same words on the same paper, but each of us perceives it differently, and that's just my favorite part. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with a few books that I have included here in my video today. So without any further ado, I think we should just begin. First up, we have Verity by Colleen Hoover. Now, you're going to find a few of Colleen Hoover's books here today. First up is Verity. Now, I loved the plotline of Verity. I mean, it was so intriguing, but the execution was just horrible. Horrible. I absolutely hated it. I mean, it's not a genre that I usually read, so maybe that is also a factor contributing towards my dislike of this book. But for me, it's just not at all something I like. I hate the unnecessary scenes that were included in this book, and it just in all wasn't for me. I did not like it at all, and many people do like it, but it just wasn't for me. Next up, we have Beach Read by Emily Henry. This book is so hyped on Bookstagram, but I found it pretty average, and I did not like it very much. I mean, it was pretty sweet, but it was like okay-ish only, and it's always associated with summer. But to be honest, the most part of the book was situated in like rainy, gloomy days, so I don't understand that part. But I mean, I found the book to be okay. It really wasn't something extraordinary, especially given that it was so hyped up about. So I did not like this very much. The main characters were nice for sure. I love the tropes in it, but it was okay. Next up is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. This is definitely the weakest John Green book I have ever read. I cannot believe the same author who wrote things like The Fault in Our Stars also wrote something like this. I mean, The Fault in Our Stars is the absolute love, but this definitely was not the best. And I like this representation of a spiral of thoughts in our mind that many people experience once in their life at least, and as we go down that spiral it only and only tightens. But the actual plot line of the book was just so boring. It was so boring. It made no sense. I had so many expectations when I picked up the book. I'd picked it up for the blurb behind, but it actually had no part of that, and it was just overall very disappointing. Next up is You've Reached Sam, which is a book that I finished 2 days ago. Now, You've Reached Sam is a very beautiful book. I will agree with that, but it is repetitive and a little flat on the storyline overall. Like, I found it to be okay. It is beautiful, and the way it copes with grief, the main character copes with grief, I liked that part, and I found the concept also to be very unique. But it lagged in that substance. It wasn't something very something very special. There was something substantial missing in the book, and especially towards the end it had gotten very boring, and it kept repeating itself. But I found the ending pretty beautiful, and I like the writing style of the author, so I'm kind of looking forward to something new by this author. I would recommend this to you, but don't keep it on the priority of your TBR. Next up is True Love at the Lonely Hearts Bookshop, which is another recent read, but it isn't very heard of. But I just wanted to include this in this video because I was extremely disappointed by it. It was so intriguing at the beginning of the book, but then it got boring, and then it picked up again, and then it just fell flat. It was very bad. I mean, for example, main character is like a priest's daughter. So when she gets stranded on an island from where she wants to go away, like she wants to run away because she doesn't like the people there, and she has a fight with the male main character in the book, she prays and prays, and the Red Sea parts away for her, just like it did in the Bible, and all that because she's just a priest's daughter. Next up, a book that does justice to its title because it definitely is ugly, is Colleen Hoover's Ugly Love. Now, this book, oh my god, is infuriating. It is so poorly written. The main characters are absolutely flawed and toxic, and I don't know, like, I feel secondhand embarrassment for both of them, and I felt like banging my head against a wall when I was reading this book. It is so stupid. I mean, I did not know. I had my own Colleen Hoover era in which I read around four books by Colleen Hoover, and I totally regret it up till a certain extent, and this is my deepest regret. And I still have one more book left, that is Reminders of Him. It was a gift to me, but I'm too scared to pick it up. But let me know if you've read it. Next up is another floppy Colleen Hoover book itself, that is It Starts With Us. Now, don't get me wrong, I liked It Ends With Us. It was something so different. I hadn't read anything like It Ends With Us earlier, so it was something new for me, and I kind of liked it. But then It Starts With Us arrived, and it's so boring. It's so boring. I absolutely hated It Starts With Us, and I wished that It Ends With Us was left as it is. Now, It Starts With Us is like portraying Atlas in such a way that he can never ever do anything wrong, and he's like so pure and so proper, and I don't think anybody can be like that. So the best part about It Starts With Us, I mean, is Theo and Josh. I mean, they are the best things that happen in this book, honestly. And I think that is why you should go read this book if you haven't yet. Don't get confused. It Ends With Us is before this book. That is the first part. And then we have It Starts With Us. So I definitely did not like this book a lot. It was very boring. It went on and on for 300 pages. I wish it was shorter. Then maybe it could have grasped my attention more. But it just wasn't it. Like, I had expectations from this because I liked It Ends With Us, but this let me down. So, well, that's all for today's video. This is my stack of disappointing reads. All these books have a different level of my disappointment and dissatisfaction, to be honest. And if you like any of these books, don't take my opinion personally. It's just what I think about it, and I totally respect your opinions. So, well, bye.
You know just what you do to me. Play my